So I'm just pulling in from a breakfast date, and it was potentially the worst date I've ever had in my life. The texting for like 2 days was decent. Nothing crazy. I'm a big fan of let's meet, because I feel like in person, you don't have like hours to think of a response, and you can't make up facial reactions and body language. So I feel like it's more realistic. Also, I don't love the idea of like a pen pal forever. So after 2 days, you want to meet for breakfast? That sounds like a fabulous idea. I'm in. Let's find a place with Eggs Benny and let's get chatting. And this man, unprovoked, says he thinks it's very important for a relationship to have a planner and a non-planner. And as a planner, it makes my skin crawl, because all I hear is, I'm a man-child and I want somebody to parent me. I want a mommy that I can, right? That's what I hear. So then he goes on to tell me that the reason that he got divorced after 18 years of marriage is because she was a planner and he wasn't. So consistently, she would make plans for them, either as a couple or as a family. And then he would forget, which means that she told him and he just chose not to remember. And if you don't have a good memory, write it down. I don't have a good memory. I live by my planner. So he admitted that she would tell him and he would consistently forget. So like, who's the problem here? And then he would make plans to do something else. And in his stories, he said that his something else was almost always playing hockey with the boys. Okay. So your wife makes plans for you as a family to do something. You choose to not remember, and then you choose hockey. So he'd be getting ready for hockey. She'd be getting ready to go out, and she'd say, oh, did you forget? And then he laughs and he's like, well, obviously. And then I went and played hockey. And I'm like, oh, so it's not that you're a planner. It's that you're incredibly selfish and you don't give a shit about anyone else around you. And yet you want her to be the villain in your story. And you think that's a flex on a first date? Like, is he testing my boundaries? Because he met them. And they came out and said hello. And then they said goodbye. And I said, yeah, I can see how that would frustrate your wife. And he goes, yeah, that's probably why our marriage fell apart. And I said, yeah. And that's probably why you don't get a lot of second dates. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, you think we're bonding. I'm siding with them. I don't ever want to see you again. I don't think he got it though. He's been texting me all morning. So I just got back from a breakfast date. What is wrong with men? They are absolutely unhinged these days. Within the first, I'm not kidding you, 5 minutes of us sitting down and talking, he told me that the reason his divorce fell, like why his marriage fell apart and why he got divorced, was because his wife expected too much of him. Do you know what she expected? She wanted him to say, I love you every day. And he thought that was too much. He was like, every day? I was like, only once a day? I think they'd been married for like more than 10, less than 20 years. And when your wife is saying, I feel disconnected from you, I don't know where I stand with you, can you please connect with me? Can you please tell me you love me? And your response is, oh, that's too much to ask. Is it any shock she left him? Nope, not at all. And that was all I needed to know. So I don't think I've ever been on a shorter date in my life. That was over pretty quick. I was like, well, I see where she's coming from, because that would be a deal breaker for me too. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah. Do you still feel that way? Like, do you feel justified? Or were you like, wow, I screwed up and I've been in therapy and now I know better? And he was like, every day seems a little excessive. And I was like, well, this date's over, so bye.
Thank you for tuning in. If you found joy in my videos, please show your appreciation with a thumbs up. It truly boosts my spirit. Want to become part of our vibrant community? Hit the subscribe button to stay updated on all my amazing future uploads. Your encouragement fuels my creativity and passion. I'm excited to share even more with you soon. Let's continue this beautiful journey together.